Yeah, thanks for having me here. I'm looking forward to working more with the UTA in the future. Who am I? What am I doing here? First of all, yeah, I'm the CEO of Data and Motion. Give me a second. Why? We're a small company founded in 2010. We concentrate mostly on consulting, training, and providing independent research and development for our customers. We have a strong technical focus, meaning we work with distributed environments, distributed systems, have a big focus on OCI, which is the OCI Alliance, which is also a partner of the UTA, as far as I've seen. We are an active member of the old OCI Alliance, which is currently transitioning to the Eclipse Foundation. So where we will become a founding member of the steering committee, and also will furthermore participate in writing our standards. And in addition to that, we are heavily focused on model-driven software development, which is a big plus in regard of smart city applications, as you may guess. So over the last years, we got to know a lot of different industries, starting from medical, insurance, transportation, traffic light controllers, and anything, and also working with the public sector. Which brings me to the topic why I'm here. As we are located in Jena, in the middle of Germany, I have the honor of presenting the smart city activities of Jena. Jena, you see here, is a small or relatively small city in the middle of Germany. You see I hope you can see the little red dot here. We are close to the exact center, actually, of Germany. The geographical center is somewhere over here, which makes Jena, gives Jena a good spot. It's part of the old Eastern German part. And in comparison to many other areas around us, Jena is a vibrant city with a diverse economy and a constant growth over the last years. Which is not that usual for old Eastern German, the old Eastern German area. We have two universities with around 22,000 students, which makes the city relatively young. But beyond this, we have a solid age structure with more births than deaths, which is also not that usual for Germany. With the surrounding municipalities that are directly connected, we will be somewhere north of 250,000 inhabitants in the, I would like to call it metropolitan area, but yeah, we are still a small city. Here you have a small overview how the city itself looks. What's the infrastructure we are building upon? Yeah, Jena itself is connected via German Autobahn and rail. We have public transport in the form of buses and trams. Everything is owned by the city, and which makes things easier. Also, the traffic control systems are mostly provided by Siemens, but everything is owned, maintained, and built by the city itself, which is also a big plus when we want to improve what we have here. Also, the municipal energy supplier and all the municipal services are owned by the city itself and provided by the city. And as a further plus for upcoming smart city approaches, we are lucky that the Telecom and Vodafone already provided area-wide 5G coverage. But beyond this, we have a few challenges in the city. As Jena is built in a valley, we have a limited space, which means that rents and housing prices are relatively high in comparison to the environment, to the surrounding municipalities, which brings us a large amount of commuters that come in the city and leave the city on a daily basis. I've read a number of like 20 to 5,000 people commuting in and out of the city every day. And in addition to that, because it's a valley, we have a limited amount of access points to the city, so 4 in number. And to make everything a bit harder for the whole traffic and housing situation, we have a lot of large building projects that are already started or will start in the upcoming years. So Beyond this, this all brought the city to define some goals, what we want to reach in the upcoming years. As one is obviously the traffic situation we have here, meaning we want to improve the public transport. We want to increase the accessibility for everybody. We want to make it more environment friendly by improving and using more and more electrical buses. Currently, we have a test line running, which is quite successful. Overall, we want to increase the efficiency of traffic and improve the cooperation between the normal traffic and the public transport. If possible, we would like to reduce traffic in the overall scheme of things. And also a big topic is improve the safety of traffic, because in Jena we have, I'd like to call it road bicycle riders, which are kind of anarchic, and yeah, they are always a topic to think about. Beyond this, the city itself tries to improve its, roughly under the name of e-government. They like to improve the situation. They want to have a digital identity for almost every citizens in order to use services the city provides. Digitalize a lot, improve the digitalization of their governmental services, which they already started, and also to model all their processes and get the connection between the data the city has, because basically the city already knows everything. They know every tree, they know every citizen, they know every building we have around. And with taking all this data together, they hope to optimize and support their planning processes, increase the efficiency of municipal processes. Also the control the city has and the controlling mechanisms over the city itself and all their municipal service companies they have, and make the knowledge all this data entails available where it's needed. And some more general goals. The other thing is they hope to establish a smart grid, increase the surrounding, the cooperation with the surrounding municipalities, which is because of the big amount of commuters, and preferable thing. And as Jena is one of the biggest and best funded cities in the surrounding area, the city likes to take the lead and help the other municipalities along. The overall goal is to have as much, all the things we will do in the next years or hope to accomplish in the next years shall be open source as much as possible, so everybody can participate and benefit from the whole thing. And as Jena is already following an open data approach, we want to extend on this. So all the data we collect in the course of the next years shall be available as much as possible in real time and also historically. So anybody who wants to provide services on the data that it gets collected can do so freely and willingly. So what's up and for the next years and why are we basically here? The city itself follows a digitalization strategy since 2014, which basically laid the groundwork or did the groundwork for what's up next. So they started offering a lot of digital services, which might be just a baseline for others worldwide, but was a big step here. So simple things like you have one central point where you can get all your civic things done, meaning if I need a new passport, then I do it at the same place where I can get a new license for my car or get childcare and anything. So everything is at one place. At the one thing, and the other hand, I can I can apply for an appointment online without going there and looking and wait and anything. They also tried in the last years to unify their municipal IT infrastructure. Everything is based as much as possible on open source. For example, they use OpenOffice as much as possible, and also Linux where possible. They also created a central app for the municipal services for to interact with the citizens. And yeah, the strategy was meant for 5 years, and these 5 years had been up last year. So they started with the next iteration, where we had the chance to participate in, which resulted in a couple of new upcoming projects. For one, Jena became will get a lot of federal funding in the next years. So if everything comes together, we're speaking of north of 35 million euro just in federal money. Which will flow in different smart city related projects. So one is, it became for one the 5G model region, which has the goal to explore what 5G can bring to the table, and which will bring a lot of improvements for the traffic sector and the public transport. Then they have a more general smart city project, which is also, Jena became also a smart city model region, which is a well-funded project with a lot of flexibility, which covers a lot of the topics of e-government, and also some of the traffic parts are located there. And yeah, last but not least, another project where the chances are quite good, and we expect to go ahead tomorrow for it. It's a big project to establish an AIDAS system, so electronic identification and authentication and trust service, which is what I've mentioned before, like the identity for everybody in the city. So they got huge funding for this to establish an ecosystem in Jena. So, and as I'm reaching the end of my allotted time, I will make it short. The last thing. So, what are our goals here? First of all, we hope for to become part of the, I as Data and Motion, would like to become a member of the UTA. And Jena thinks about and hopes to become, or might become, a testbed here. We look for a like-minded community, and like I've seen in the speakers before me, there are a lot of things we want to do as well, and we don't want to invent the wheel over and over again. So we look for new ideas and partners to support us, and also in the end to exchange our results and participate. So thank you very much. I hope in short you get an idea. There's a lot of more detail to all of this, but the short time we have, yeah, I'm open for questions afterwards.